Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I very much want to talk about healing humanity, healing the planet, what we can do. I know there's some people, if you're feeling like you really can't help what's happening in the world right now, I want to really invite you to begin to anchor into your breath and to begin to sit in a place of meditation and prayer, because this universe, we are living in energy, frequency, vibration. And the more you understand this and trust this, the more you are able to know that you have the power to help heal, that you can send out a frequency, you can send out an energy of love, of oneness, of healing. You can sit in this. But there's a lot of people, and I'm really feeling it and realizing it and noticing it. A lot of people are in a lower vibrational state right now, in a lower frequency. And when you're in a lower frequency, it does not help. It does not help. You are in that frequency that is creating this, that is helping create this. So I do not watch the news. I invite people to not watch the news. I know people want to be informed, but really, if you want to be informed, begin to educate yourself on other matters, on sources that you know are coming from a truthful state, a truthful place, and really know where your source is coming from. Understand that. Understand what energy you're taking in, what knowledge you're taking in, what facts you're taking in. Are these right? Does this sit right with me? Does this feel right for me? Asking yourself these questions. Your soul knows. This is the thing. People have been programmed to believe that they are not worthy of everything they desire in life. People have been programmed century after century, time and time again, to believe that there is power that's outside of themselves, and they don't hold power. They don't hold this power of energy, that they're powerless. And that is so far from the truth, because every soul that comes into planet Earth chooses power, knows their power, knows their worth. But so many humans have now been programmed as children or in places, and they see with outside of themselves what is happening, and their power the light gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And this is where I'm asking people to shine their light, to bring their light back, to go within, to trust what's within. And if you feel like you're in a place in the world that there's no protests going on, there's no way that you can help, there's just nothing you can do, you can sit in a place of prayer and love and meditation, and you can send out the highest form of frequency, which is love. And you can send that loving energy to every child, to every person, for anybody going through heartache, pain, being separated, being taken. This is where people can begin to send this frequency of love. This shifts planet Earth. This shifts the collective. This shifts us into a higher timeline. The planet is shifting. This is written right now. People are choosing this, and people need to understand that they need to take their power back. They need to understand. People need to move away from the programmed way of thinking people, because they have that status, because they have that degree, because they are wearing that, because of their skin color, because where they come from, because how they were raised, how they speak, are more powerful than you. You have to understand that's not the truth. That is not the truth. And if they believe that, then they are very far into their ego, and they are vibrating on a lower frequency. We all come from love. We all come from source. No one comes into this planet vibrating on a lower frequency. But things happen to people. Things, minds, their ego gets them. Their subconscious takes over. This is where I'm asking people to become very aware of their soul's journey, of their purpose, of their life, of what is happening around them and within them. Becoming aware to feel what feels right to you. Call in your angels, call in your ancestors, call in Gaia, Mother Gaia. This is the time to heal. There's people out there standing up and doing the right thing, speaking up. There's people who are saying this. And I'm asking people, I don't have a big platform, but people who have big platforms, who are shooting their day-to-day stuff, their reels, the life of this. I'm asking you to do a balance, to begin speaking up for humanity, to begin shifting, to begin challenging others, to have these conversations. Have conversations with your parents, your grandparents. Help heal, help love, help to show people how to love. Teach people how to love. Teach people to be the best versions of themselves. This is how we begin to heal as a humanity. It begins to heal humanity. This is how we begin to heal as humans. And the more we tap into this energy of healing, the more we will shift into a vibration that heals, that changes the narrative, that changes what is happening, that rewrites the story. But right now, it's a pattern, it's a cycle, and it keeps happening and happening and happening. But how many light workers are going to speak up right now? How many of you are going to speak up? And I hope this reaches a lot of light workers out there. I hope this teaches or reaches teachers, parents, because you start with your children. This is how you really start changing. I ask any parent, any teacher, mix up your classroom. Begin mixing up your students. So they're sitting by not their best friend right now. They're sitting by someone new, someone that they can speak to, understand, learn, grow. Where is the diversity in this planet right now? Where is the love for diversity? Where is the understanding of the variety of cultures, religions, of people? Where is that? Where I'm asking people to get out of their bubble and to begin seeing and listening to others. This is what changes humanity. This is what changes the world. This is what heals planet Earth. But you have to start within. And you have to start in your field, in your community. And you have to begin to send out a frequency. So if you're a person who's just scrolling and you're feeling so sad and you feel depressed, I'm asking you to speak, stand up, film a video saying, I want love, I want peace, I want the world to heal, I want people to feel good, I want all people to live their dreams, not in another life, but in this lifetime. I want people to understand that they hold the power. I'm asking people to speak up. I'm asking people to trust. I'm asking people to listen to one another. I'm asking you to go smile at a stranger. Ask someone how their day is. Please do something for humanity. So this moves people into a higher consciousness. This moves Earth. We need to shift. This is all about energy. It's all about frequency. It's all about vibration. And if people don't start shifting into an energy of love and thinking, I'm right and you're wrong and let me point the finger. No, we must shift back into a place of love, into a place of trust in your soul, in a place of source energy. shifting back into that. You know, you hold the power. You know this. You hold power. You hold the power. You are powerful. And for people to think they hold no power, they've been taught wrong. They have been taught wrong. Society has failed them. People have failed them. Life has failed them. But you can bring back. We can, as human beings, bring back heaven on earth if people really begin to believe in this. If people really begin to start being kind, start coming from a place of love. It is so easy, but people think, people's egos take over. People begin to vibrate in a lower vibrational frequency. When I began to learn about law of attraction, I heard someone say, there's all these little islands everywhere. And there's people vibrating on different islands that are all in, maybe that's a good person, but they are coming from a place of fear. So they're on this island, vibrating to the frequency of fear. So things are happening to them because law of attraction is attracting that to them. People are all on little islands happening right now, and they don't understand what's happening because they don't understand how we've been programmed so wrong. We have been programmed with false information. You have been programmed with lies, and you have the power. You have the power to understand, to educate yourself, to love, to accept, to open your arms to others, to understand we're all brothers and sisters, that we all walk on the same planet. We are all walking along one another. Where is the love? Where is the respect? People, though, are vibrating in a lower frequency, which is creating chaos because they don't understand, because they really believe that there's a struggle, and that because they were born in this area on the planet Earth, that they are not worthy. Borders were not a thing for Mother Gaia. They are not a thing. The countries, the diversity, the culture is the beauty. Where is the remembrance of that? Where are people not remembering that? Where are people not remembering where we come from? Where are people not, and I really want to ask people so they educate themselves, because I want people to tune in and really ask themselves and really feel from their soul where they come from. I'm not here to give you that answer. You know that answer. You know that. You know where you come from. You know who walked this earth first. You know what star seed you were. If you tune in, you know. But this is the thing. There's groups and groups of people who are vibrating on a lower frequency. And there's people who have been told that they don't have power and that person has more power than them, which is not the truth. And yeah, a lot of people, this does not sit right with them. And I understand that, because you have been programmed to believe in a false reality, in society, and you have been told something that's not true. And there's so many stories out there that are not the truth of this earth, of this planet, of this universe. And when you begin to go within, when you begin to trust, when you begin to call in your angels and your ancestors, when you begin to love, when you begin to vibrate from that frequency, you help shift this earth. You help change the world. And I'm asking people to begin from a place of love, from a place of creation, from a place of source. How can I help right now? How can I help change? Ask your soul. Ask source. How can I vibrate to a frequency that helps people, help shift this world, help shift us in a higher timeline, in a higher vibrational state and frequency to allow love and peace and connection and oneness? How can I see that more on planet Earth? I'm asking source, how can I see that more from a frequency of love and connection? How can I look through your lens? How can I begin to see from a bird's eye view? How can I help hold and heal? Ask this. Tune in. Go within. Trust this. Trust your inner guidance. Trust in the source energy. Trust in the answers. Know your divine. Know your worthiness. Know your love. Know your creation. Know that you come from source energy, and it is time to help begin to shift this planet into a higher state of consciousness. Let's bring back heaven on earth, because that was a thing. That was a part of this universe. We have other planets happening. We have other dimensions. We have other realities. We have other things we can tune to. What will you tune to? That's what they're asking. What will you tune to? How can I love? How can I show up? How can I be at service? How can I be at oneness? How can I begin to be a light worker? How can I begin to help? How can I begin to shift? There's a lot of fear happening. A lot of fear. How can I shift from fear into love? Because you cannot help from a place of fear. You cannot help from a frequency that is fear, from a vibrational state. So I have to shift into a place of love. People who are light workers understand this. Anyone who's watching this from their ego will not understand this. How can I shift into a place of love? Educate yourself. This is what they want. They want you to educate yourself. Know your source, where you're getting information. Know what information's right. You can ask, does this feel right? Is this authentic? They will tell you. You can tune in. You'll get a green light or a red light. Is this authentic? This is asking, because there's a lot of stuff happening in social media. This is the thing. This has been happening century after century, and technology was way more advanced in the beginning. During Starseed times, during Atlantis times, during Lemurian times, technology was very advanced. But there was a dark period where technology went. It's just telling me it went dark. Now we are coming into a place where technology, it's everywhere. We are coming back into a place where it's getting more and more advanced. So you have something in your hands that you can see what is happening around the world. You're not just in your own bubble. This is what they want you to understand. but how can you show up now for humanity, for this planet, for the consciousness of this universe? How can you begin? How can you come from a place of love? I know this is gonna sound, but it's very simple. They are saying it starts really if you have something, a problem with someone, a loved one. It starts there, they're saying. Where is the forgiveness? Forgiveness starts. That is what they're showing me. Forgiveness is literally the trunk, like the tree, the roots of the tree. And that is where we begin. We begin from forgiveness. We begin from forgiving. We begin to forgive. So allow that to feel for you. Feel that energy. Feel how you can forgive, how you can educate yourself. I'm asking for people to tune into a place of love. Speaking to a stranger today, asking them how their day is. Showing up for somebody. Asking someone how they are. Doing something, an act of kindness. And I invite it to be outside your culture, outside your race. That is where you begin. Because the more we keep vibrating to the same bubbles, to the same culture, to the same this, there won't be ancestral healing. There will not be healing on planet Earth if we don't allow the beauty of diversity to come forth, which it wants to. And this is where we must understand that. We must believe in that, and we must trust in this. So feel for that, understand that, and I'm wishing everybody love, connection, oneness, peace, harmony, as much as we can. And yes, thank you for watching and listening and giving yourself this space and time to be in this moment of where we can begin together shifting this planet. So thank you so much for being here and listening to me. And if you are doing this, the little invitations that I said, I honor you and I thank you for doing that.